Hi, feeling a bit nostalgic today. Seems like we've gone full circle. Remember back in the day, 4 years ago, I did my first video, special fried rice. So today, we're just going to do something slightly different. We're going to do Singapore's fried rice, but this time vegetable. But if you want meat in yours, just look at the special fried rice one, and then add the things afterwards. Okay, so Singapore fried rice. So it's can be a dish on its own, or it can complement your main courses. So let's start by putting our wok on. So we need high heat again. I'll keep telling high heat. And then this time we're going to do vegetables. So you can put any vegetables in you like. Today we're just going to use these ones, and we're just going to dice them, cook it up with some rice, and then add our curry flavour and our chili sauce. So hopefully it will be very tasty. So first of all, we're going to start off by just dicing a few vegetables. So if you're doing meat, it'll be the same size, like the char siu, you cut into that kind of shape. So when you cut carrots, make sure you put it on the flat side before you cut through them, and then they tend not to cut your fingers that way. So cut it in half, lay it on the flat side so it's easier to cut, and then cut through. Yep. So we're just basically dicing them all. So pepper. So you can take the seeds out as well. So just take the seeds out. Once again, dicing. Just add colour and nutrition. So take the seeds out. Another mushroom, just slice nice and finely. So they're going to be our vegetables, and maybe a spoon. So I'll just take the top off, and then just the white bits of it. Okay, there you go. You can add onion as well. Okay, so we need high intensity heat. So we're going to put some oil in our frying pan. This time we need a couple of eggs. So like our special fried rice, we made an omelette first, didn't we? So just get my Chinese whisk out. There you go, my trusted Chinese whisk, chopsticks. So the pan, push it around, get it all non-stick. So we're going to fry the vegetables first. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. So the tough ones we put in first. So we're going to leave out the beansprouts and the spring onions, because they don't take the ends of the spring onions, but they don't take so long to cook. Okay. So, if you want a meat one, just add chicken, shrimp, and Chinese roast pork, or ham, or bacon. So, some people say, well, why don't you put garlic in, or ginger, because there's enough flavour in the curry powder and the chili sauce, so you don't want just the taste of garlic, you want the other flavours to come through. And a lot of people are asking, why don't you use MSG? So, I don't use MSG at home, because it's a flavour enhancer, so cooking at home, you know what you're putting in. So hopefully there's enough flavours coming through with the natural ingredients that you don't need to enhance the flavour. So we don't tend to use MSG at home. Okay, that's cooking up nicely. So just wish I had extra heat, but we'll just have to work with what we've got. Okay, so gonna add the egg in. So you feel it's sticking a little, just add a tiny bit more oil, just a little bit. So egg egg doesn't stick too much. Yeah? Coat that all, yeah? And now we're out of our bowl of rice left over from yesterday. So we can be quite violent with it. We're just trying to pound it all the lumps out. So you break all the rice, but it just softens it. It doesn't really break it. So you pound it out, and this way you know it's cooking through. And then if there's anything sticking, just scrape. You can hear me scraping. It just scrapes all the stickiness through. So hopefully nothing burned at the bottom. So there we have it. Wait for that to cook through. And this is when we can start seasoning with a light white pepper, bit of salt, sesame oil, a little bit, cook it for a bit longer, making sure all the big lumps, you see this big lump? So just push that out, another big lump, push them out. Yep. So you're basically just pushing out the lumps and making sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the wok. So other people ask me where I got this wok from. It's a D-Max or Dex Max. I got from TK Maxx 4 years ago, $16.99. So have a look around. This is a nice metal one. It doesn't have a non-stick coating, so the heat makes it non-stick. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of light soy sauce for flavouring again. So this is probably why we don't need our MSG. Just a little bit. A little bit of Shaoxing wine. So at work, it's sesame oil and Shaoxing wine go hand in hand. And that just brings some liquid back in. Okay, now we can add the spring onions because they don't take too long to cook. And the Beansprouts because they take less time to cook. So we put those in there at the end because we want them to stay crispy. And this is where we add the magic. So this would be, if we add dark soy sauce, just a vegetable fried rice. But now, we 2 or 3 tablespoons of curry powder. Makes it into lovely Singapore fried rice. And then, for the spice, we can add a teaspoon of my favourite chili oil. Or 2, so I like it a bit spicier. And that chili oil will have the garlic in it, so you don't want to really overpower it with too much garlic. And now, you can either add some jalapenos or some fresh chilies. So just a bit of fresh chili. And just cook that through. How easy is that? Singapore fried rice, Pac-Man style, from Wok-a-Tak. Okay, service. So, nice plate. Just trying to make a nice mound. And then for a little bit of garnish, we can just sprinkle the spring onion on top to make it look pretty, or some people like coriander. 2 sprigs of coriander. Just sprinkle on top. Beautiful. And as Chinese people eat rice. They have a spoon with it. So we scoop it onto our spoon and then taste it. Mmm. Nice fluffy rice, spicy, the chili peppers. Let's have a bit of chili. Love a bit of chili. Mmm, nice spiciness. There we have it. Singapore vegetable fried rice.